Hey folks, Cool18 here, and welcome to some more Let's Play RimWorld. So we've survived 2 pirates attack, a rabid squirrel, and now a enraged muffalo. I really do wish we had a butchery going on. You know what? I think I'm going to get it set up. Production. Butcher table. I'm going to set that up there. And I'm going to go ahead and get ready on a cook stove right away. We're going to put it behind the butcher's table. And then I'm going to build a new structure around it once that gets done. We'll set up some stockpiles. Actually, what we'll do is wooden wall here and here and there. Cancel that one. Put in a wooden door over here. Wooden wall there, and then over here this will become a refrigerated room like that. So we'll make a stockpile here, and what we can do is we can go in the stockpile and we can say clear all. You are going to simply hold on to food. All kinds of food is fine for now. Maybe all kinds of food is fine for now. And we'll actually set up as a refrigeration. We'll set this as critical priority. So I think that means they'll prioritize bringing all food stuff here above everything else. And then what we can do is go into temperature, grab the cooler, rotate it so the cold side is inside there, and do that. And actually I should have put it there just to save myself a little bit of power, but you know, whatever. And then just hook it up to the power grid that way. So then what we'll have is a refrigerated room over here. Then we can start butchering meat, have it stick around. We could even set up a little bit of hunting and everything. It'll be great. Still a lot of walls to do. Look at that. Speaking of hunting, tons of deer around. Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys. Really, we have to... Oh, we have to power the stove. I guess that's reasonable. So we'll just run it that far. That should be enough to hook up everything with a conduit. And I could be using the walls with the built-in conduits, but it just ends up using more resources than doing it this way. A local deer has gone mad. It's currently attacking a turtle. And now it's coming along this way. Is it going to go into my base? Oh, probably. Indeed it is. You know what? Let's just turn on this gun and hope it comes within range. And it did. Bam, 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 bam. Is it... it's unconscious. Just stunned. It's not actually dead. That might be enough for it to stop being berserk, though. We'll leave this gun on just in case. But there we go. That's something, at least. We got that designated to be hauled, which will happen eventually. Yeah, we still don't have any trading set up, but really, we wouldn't have anything to trade back and forth too much. One of the things you can do is if a slaver comes by and you happen to have a prisoner you haven't converted over yet, you can always sell that. Still needing wood. Well, we're still chopping trees. Still unconscious over here. So many jobs queued up. If only I had 5 people instead of 3. It's M's birthday today. He just turned 42. Well, congratulations, M. Very happy for you. Or so we can rename people. You can put your friends' names in here. Have them die on your behalf. I'm going to cancel some of these further away chopping jobs and just generally try to trim it down a bit. I mean, we still need wood, but let's make sure to prioritize the stuff that's nearby. We can also chop some of the stuff that's within our little barricade as well. That might be a good idea. 26 degrees, not terribly hot. Yeah, I'm not really worried about the heat in the summer here. What I'm mostly worried about is the cold. We're going to have to make sure to build some parkas, maybe get some heating inside. Well, we may not need heating inside. As long as people are dressed warmly enough, we're going to be okay. We've got all this set up. Okay, so we've got this heater going, and you can actually set the temperature. So right now the target temperature is 21. We're going to drop the target temperature to, I'm guessing 4 degrees. I actually don't know. 4 degrees Celsius is the temperature you tend to set refrigerators at. So I'm hoping that's it. If I mouse over here, it currently says it's 12 degrees. We'll go ahead and put in a floor as well, just because it looks better. Plus, this is our cooking environment. Of course we want a floor. And did I never finish that conduit? To there? Maybe. Can't reach? Or maybe. Oh, it's not built yet. Okay. Complaining about power, but it's also just not built. Oh no, that's the wood floor I'm clicking on. Reconnect. There we go. Now you've got power. If I actually toggle over to the power screen like this, yeah, force it to reconnect. It was connected to this because the doors, even if they're not electric doors, they get a conduit a little bit. So there we go. Now the cookery is set up. So what we can do is we can set up jobs. Group of travelers is coming by. Nice to see you. So is it always Engineer's Desert? So what we're going to do for the butcher's table, we'll set it a bill to butcher creatures. And I'm going to just tell it to butcher creatures forever. If there's a creature to be butchered, you go. And then we're going to set up a cooking job. The only thing we do right now is simple meals. You need much higher cooking. Actually, apparently I've got someone. No, you need cooking skill 6 to make a fine meal. And then I think 12 for the lavish meals. So we're set up a simple meal. Part of me is tempted to say unlimited, but I'll go ahead and set like a little bit more of a balance. You can choose whether you want to do meat or vegetarian. I don't know if some people have traits that do it that way. I'm not sure. We'll say do until, yeah. So we're just going to keep a supply of, we'll take it down, I don't know, 10 meals. Always keep 10 meals around. I like that. It does take 10 raw food for each item you make. Search item radius, like you can really have some interesting fine control over the goods. So that way we'll always have some cooked meals around, and that will always be more enticing. It does kind of suck. They're going to have to, look at the muffalo. He just carries it in there like a champ. Tons of meat, and then goes and starts cooking right away. So people will come here to grab their meal and then walk over there, which is a little inconvenient. Is it we 4 degrees inside? We are 4 or 5 degrees. And if we click on the food, simple meal, it is refrigerated. And you can see the spoil time actually went up based on the refrigeration level. It's actually toggling a little bit. We might be having some power concerns. Yeah, looks like we can stay there. Now, what if I drop the temperature even more? What if I dropped it down to just 1 degree? Technically not freezing. We'll probably need more power to maintain that. 40 days. Now, we probably don't need it that long. 10 days is more than enough for any food. So, yeah, we'll assume that 4 degrees is going to be fine. Unusual heat wave has begun. Ah, son of a... What's that? What's the temperature? 33. We are going into the night, though, in the middle of the heat wave, which is actually very good. Because we'll avoid the, like, 50 or 60 degree weather that can cause people to literally die. So, do we actually have... How many meals do we have here? 6 simple meals. There we go. Good system. I don't know why the food's just sitting there. I guess, oh, everyone's asleep. Everyone's busy doing other things. Fair enough. We will have to set up a communications thing soon. Maybe we can get some trade going. Maybe we can buy some slaves. I mean, just buy extra colonists that way. We don't have to think of them as actual slaves, you guys. We got extra space over here. We could set up a production table for tailoring, smithing, sculpting, or, you know, let's set up a comm station in here. Right there, and we need an orbital trade beacon, which is where the goods get dropped off, so we'll put it near our stockpile. It does need power, doesn't it? Actually, maybe it doesn't need power. So we'll, I don't know, something like this. Not sure. Well, we'll find out. It'll whine if it needs power. I don't think so, because this one was showing us how it would be connected as we're placing it. Okay. Always Engineer's Desert. Once we get the comms thing up, we'll find out what our nearest neighbors are, too. My last colony had, like, 4 or 5 different neighbors. Like, 4 legit colonies and, like, a pirate as well. Engineer's Mountain. Oh, yeah, Balissa's Mountain. The Grey Panther, Brio, Lur, Ergo, and the Dark Swords. The Dark Swords are definitely pirates. They're one of the people that keep attacking me. There you go. Food storage is happening over there. Food being prep. We're cooking all the potatoes. Making some mashed potatoes, some French fries. Some diced potatoes, some pierogies, some gnocchi. A group of Lair Ergo is visiting. All right, good for them. Are they? They're not aggroed. Are they? Well, no, my gun's still awake. It would have shot them if they were. Oh, it's the heat. They're suffering slightly from heat stroke. So they've taken a little bit of damage is what it's showing there. So they're just touring the area. Hopefully they're not stealing any stuff. I have no idea what's going on there. I suspect it's one of those areas of the game that's going to continue to get fleshed out, actually. About a third way through research. We could keep Nerhezi off other duties. Look at this. We've got this corpse here. Why isn't this being buried? We've got graves. It's not forbidden. There's a rotting corpse over there. Can we tell them to bring rotting corpses over? No, that's set up. Dump the corpse? Why is there a body here I can't do anything with? I don't understand. It's just baking in the hot sun. As a warning to everyone else. That hasn't been picked up either. It's probably the case of they just have too many jobs, as usual. Visitors are leaving. Alright, we'll slowly get that structure done. Now, I probably built too big of an area. You know, I probably could have saved a lot of time and a lot of wood by just defining a slightly smaller area. Because I'm not even sure that this defensive barricade is a defensive barricade, but, you know, there you have it. I don't know if there's any more goods kicking around that I had flagged or unflagged before that I might want to reflag. So far we seem okay. There's tons of metal over here, or steel, I should say, that will eventually get picked up with my people. But they should eventually just haul that in, hopefully during dead time, and that'll be pretty good. So right now they are hauling wood to the walls. Excuse me, going through all the buildings. Excuse me. And eating. All right. I like how you can just keep following people. Making some more meals to replace the ones that were just eaten, which is fine. We may not need a refrigerated room here, but I just feel better. Makes me feel much better. It's probably total overkill right now. It's probably a big drain on my power that doesn't have to be. In fact, we don't have any power going on right now. We've used it all. Air conditioners, I think, are pretty heavy duty on power. We do have the comms console as well, so that's not helping. If I can't get the geothermals done, I should probably just go ahead right now and build an extra couple of solar panels. Even with the geothermals, it'll probably be handy to have them. So we're going to go ahead and do that. They're going to, I think they're cutting down the trees. They've got a weird, like, leaf symbol in their hand. To me, that's, like, it looks just like a bit of a placeholder graphic, maybe. Also, honestly, cutting down these trees right now is handy because it's actually closer to my goal. In fact, oh, let me see, unforbid that, that corpse over there, so we can actually butcher it. If I'd cut down some trees over here, it would have cut down significantly on the amount of walking to be done. And actually, that would have been really smart. It looks like they're done cutting all those trees at this point, so it's too late for me to save any time. Doesn't look like we have any food, any trees in the bank, though, so I'm still going to order a few trees to be cut. And we get a thunderstorm, dry thunderstorm, no rain. There will be lightning strikes, which can potentially be bad. This might be a good time to make sure that my home zones are set up okay. Home zones are places where you people will go and put out fires. So I'm going to make sure, and it automatically... This wasn't the case when I initially started playing. It automatically gets applied around anywhere, anything you build, but I'm going to include everything explicitly inside my area. An inventor from Bliss's Mountain is passing by. That's the thing. When these solo people are coming by, if I wanted to, I could really just keep snagging them. Not very nice, and it won't make me any friends. In fact, it will make me enemy factions that'll come over and try to kill me, just like the pirates did. But there you have it. One of the things I can do in the communicator, if I take Narhezi here and say, let's call engineers desert, I can actually give him money for goodwill. I don't know what happens if you start to get positive goodwill with someone. Maybe they come to your defense if you're being attacked? I have no idea. It would be cool. This place here, we'll officially set it up for prisoners. Not that we have any yet, but we'll be prepared. And yeah, overall everyone's pretty happy. NG is not having to deal with that stupid psychic resonance anymore. Has relatively positive stats over here, so she's going to go up. Has had some social chats, which is good. Maybe she actually had a bit of downtime, or maybe had a chat over dinner. Maybe it's one of the things that happens when people come by and visit. I don't know. We'll chop down a few more trees, get them stockpiled. And yeah, keep up the food production. We've also got a bunch of leather here. And that's the thing. If we get a clothier's workshop going, we can start making some clothes. We've got some extra space over here. Let's go right away just to see what we can build, actually. Production. I think it's just the tailor's workshop. And we'll drop it in, like, right there. It's actually wired to the wrong thing. You know what? We'll just go ahead and bring the power conductor down through that door. Spending more steel than we have to, but eh. Haven't seen a message about anyone being idle in about 100,000 years. We managed to get all that steel and everything within our borders. We'll take what we can get. Actually, it would be nice to do it because if we have steel inside of our stockpile, then what we can do is we can respond. Look at that. You there. Can you strip him down? Looks like, actually, he was about to bury him. She was about to bury him. And I think when they bury him, I think they do strip them down automatically. But that finally got done. We got a random knife kicking around. Just can get stockpiled. I could also build a weapon rack. I think weapons will get stockpiled if that's all you have. But if you have a weapon rack, they'll get placed there. Which is handy because it makes it a little bit easier to find all your weapons. And, you know, quickly equip people. Yeah, some of these hauling jobs are finally getting done. Some weird reverse shadow going on this, was that a wild boar? People visiting over here. And yeah, we're just going to haul that out of the way to make it potentially a bit more defensive here so that there's no rocks. Yeah. Visitors, no problem. All right, so if we go to the tailor's workshop and check the bills, we can make, say, a parka. Now, do until, is that spare or equipped? So what we can do, recipe cannot have a target count because it has multiple or unpredictable results. Oh, and then you put in what kind of stuff you make it out of. Permitted ingredients. Oh, specific type of leathers. Ah. Counts may vary for items with non-standard volumes. I wonder, does it give you any hint about how good various things might be? Let's say not cloth parkas. You can use other things, that's fine. Can't do until. I don't know, someone make us 3 parkas so that we'll be ready for the winter. I mean, it's not even fall yet. Work amount requires 120 usable. Alright, make 3 parkas. We can just do it via this interface as well. You just get more options if you go through config. So we'll set a job to do that. That way we'll have them prepped. Certainly too early. Looks like we made it through the night with a full load of batteries. We probably want an extra couple of batteries, actually. But it should be more of a moot point once we get our geysers hooked up. Research still going slow because, of course, I can't not queue up a billion things. What is it? Were you cleaning the rocks? Is that a thing? There's a trade ship. Exotic goods dealer. Hold on. Nerhesti, yes, I appreciate that you're cooking. But go ahead and use the communication device. So, this person has gold, Devil Strand t-shirts, power armor helmets. Wow. Very expensive. We currently have 500 units of silver. And that's how much all this stuff would cost. We could sell one of our synth thread toques for 148 space bucks. For this item, this price is very cheap. So, they're not going to offer us as much money for the item. But that's going to be pretty standard. It's going to be rare when it's the other way around. So all in all, we have about 648 space bucks worth of stuff. We could buy a liver to replace someone's liver, or prosthetic arm, which is actually kind of handy. If someone's arm did get blown off, we could get a prosthetics here. We can buy some sculptures to make the place look pretty, bionic eyes for someone who got shot out. I don't think we're going to do any of this trading. That's fine. We don't need any of those exotic goods. I'm hard-pressed to imagine anything that people would bring right now that we could, A, afford, and B, kind of want. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, it looks like now that they finished all the stupid extra walking for the trees. Crash cargo pods. Slate blocks. Is not something we want to send people out to pick up. It's very far away. I'm going to leave it for now. I'm not going to worry about it. They got plenty of jobs to do. No one's idling. We could finish the research. We can do all sorts of things. I'm going to leave the slate blocks. So one of the things you can research, actually, is the ability to do stone carving. So when you do have all these blocks around, I think, like any of these chunks, I think you can carve these up into blocks, and then you can use blocks to construct buildings. Tribespeople from Grey Panther Brio have arrived. They're attacking immediately. Okay. Pause. Again, the only way I can figure out to select everyone is to zoom out so I see everyone on the screen and do that. We're going to draft them. We're going to put them together in the middle of the base. I'm going to enable the power on both of these. And then we're going to try to figure out exactly where these buttholes are. There they are. Coming in from the south. Now, are they going to try to bust through a wall or a door? And they are. Okay. Good to know. Now, it's going to take them a while to do that. I don't have any metal in my base. Well, you know what? I'm just going to put everyone there. It looks like he's got a crossbow. I think if we just set ourselves up here. we should be okay. It'd be nice to build some proper defenses. Actually, maybe we'll use the trees for cover. Which does work. I don't know if bushes count as any kind of cover. Oh, they've already busted through. Everyone stop where you are. And then engage in combat. NG, no. Oh, they're actually in turret range here, which is a beautiful thing. And our people are nicely angled such that they're not going to shoot each other. See, this guy's gone and picked up some cover. So I'm going to tell these two to go there. And we can tell NG she can actually stay a little further away, because she's got such amazing range on her rifle. And I'm going to get NG to run. Oh, she doesn't have to. Good. Don't drop the gun. Don't drop the gun. Looks like we're going to be okay. Now, so far we've killed them all. It would be nice to keep someone prisoner. Looks like he's just going to make it away. We're not going to chase him. I'll go ahead and do that. We can turn the these power things back off. And look at that. Right away, Nerhesi's like, I've got to clean the rocks. Really? Really? It's probably because I set it all as a home zone. He's like, no, I got to clean all the blood off this. You don't understand. He's got a problem. So we have taken a few injuries. Nothing serious, I think. M's health is a little bit lower. Take a look. A little bit of blood. He took a shot, a crossbow shot, or a short bow shot to the neck. He's losing some blood. And NG is just bruised a bit. She does have those cataracts. Getting a bit hungry. I think Nerhesi will bring some food. That's it. M's actually a little bit injured still. Oh, no, that was one of the people. It's the blood loss, which you can't really treat. You just have to wait. There we go. People are fully healed. Everything is fine. We're all good, you guys. Listen, Nerhesi, I'm going to take you off cleaning duty, because it feels really foolish for you to be doing that when you could be instead, say, researching. Yeah, there you go. I mean, we'll still leave someone on cleaning duty because it's pretty important. But if we can get some research done, I would feel much, much better. Anyway, on that note, since we survived another attack and actually went pretty well, we didn't get anything too notable, just a few weapons. I don't even know if those bows are something that we can technically pick up. I don't know where they got put. They're not in the stockpile. I mean, the previous shiv and the hat from that earlier guy is in there, but that's all. Yeah, I don't know. And hey, how do you tell someone to put on a hat? Can I tell? Yes, NG, wear the synthread toque. Sight, very poor. 30% efficiency. I don't know if that affects her gunfire. I would assume it does. It must. In fact, she probably shouldn't be using the rifle. There you go. It's a little bit warm to put on a toque, but whatever. Maybe it's a little bit more head protection. There's probably, I'm sure, if we click on her, and we go to her gear, and we click on her toque and get information. 100% flammability. Awesome. It is a little bit of an armor thing. Look at that. All right, folks. Thank you very much for watching. We're going to put a cut in here. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.